Well, good morning, YouTube. Unfortunately, Ferrari just issued a massive recall, and it probably affects your car.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and this is my garage, and this is a Ferrari 360 that is for sale through our dealership, NG Supercars. We just got it all set up. It's ready to rock and roll for one of you, so if you're interested in buying it, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. But we're not going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about other Ferraris. In fact, this Ferrari is not under the recall. This is probably the last Ferrari that's not under the recall. So everything 360 and older is not under the recall. So what is the recall and how do you get it fixed and what you need to do to be safe? So first of all, the Ferrari recall started off with just the 458 and the 488 under certain model years, and it was basically a brake failure recall. Don't panic. It's actually really uncommon, and it's kind of a weird situation. So it turns out it's the cap on the brake reservoir. So on the master reservoir, there's a little cap that you unscrew. That's where you fill up the brake fluid. Well, apparently that cap is sealing too good. It doesn't have any sort of vacuum release. I'm assuming it basically is if you filled up the fluid too high, put on the cap, the fluid could make it so it could create a situation where there was basically a vacuum effect sealing it up, and it would make it so it was really hard to push the brake pedal, and you could, in some rare cases, you might even not be able to stop. So the fix is effectively they're putting on a new brake bleed or a brake cap. That's it, the cap that goes on your brake fill thing. So super simple fix, probably cost them like $2. So what cars does it affect? Well, like I said, it does not affect the 360. It affects the 430 and later, so 2005 and later. So everything since 2005, yep, you need this. Although the 599 I didn't see on the list. So basically it means 430, 458, 488, F8, and the Speciale, the Pista, and the Scuderia, California, California T, the Portofino, the Roma, the LaFerrari, interesting enough, yeah, that was on the list. F60, which was like a one-off, was based on the 458. And anything else that I'm missing? Oh, the F12, F12 TDF, and 812. That's a lot of cars. So it's over 20,000 cars. It's something like 25-ish thousand cars in the US. So this is a US recall. I'm assuming it will be global eventually, but right now this is issued by the US. So here's a fascinating thing, in my opinion. Why did they suddenly issue the recall for all the other models would initially start with the 458? And actually, I came up with a theory. I'm probably wrong on this, but here's my guess. I think when they started processing these recalls, the cars would come in, and of course then what happens is Ferrari's going to say, oh, we need your car for a couple hours. They do an inspection. They say, hey, we fixed that. By the way, here's an invoice for $10,000 for other crap that you should fix while it's here. I think it's a great method for them to get all sorts of cars into the dealership that don't normally come into the dealership, that have indie shops fix them, and say, by the way, here's some stuff that you also need fixed. I think they're actually turning this recall into a profit-making system. That's my prediction, or that's my theory anyway, because I've seen lots of people posting about this on Facebook and other groups saying, hey, my car just went in for the recall, and by the way, they also said I needed this, 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 and this, and blah, 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 and it was an $8,000 bill or whatever. So that's my guess. So if your car is affected by this, of course, you should get a letter in the mail saying, hey, your car is affected by this. I'm guessing you could probably contact the Ferrari dealership and get scheduled to get it fixed. It sounds like they only need your car for a couple hours. They're going to change your cap. Like it's, yeah, that's it. Also, if you're driving and you happen to have any sort of like brake, like pressure issues, could be related to this. I mean, there's other things that can cause that too. I would say make sure that there is at least some air in the top of it. Like you don't want to overfill your brake fluid, because if you do and it creates a vacuum situation, then there's no giving. Like fluid is non-compressible versus air is, and I think that's what's going on. Is if it's overfilled and you put on a cap and there's no air in there and it can't create, basically it's, you know, trying to create a vacuum, but there's no air to create a vacuum, so it's going to not really be able to brake. That's my theory. Don't listen to me, I'm totally wrong, I'm sure, but anyway, that's what's going on. So again, your car might be affected if it's 2005 or later. Not a big deal to get fixed, so go get it fixed. It's a safety thing. You don't want to die, you don't want your car crashing. That would all suck. All right, so that's all I had. I just wanted to get that word out there because a lot of people have been saying, hey, did you see this? And yes, I did see it, and I think it's important to spread the word about something like this because it is a safety issue. Pretty small problem. So they'll get it fixed, and you'll be all set. Yeah, that's going to do it. So, all right, you guys, if you want to support us, please like, share, and subscribe. Go check out our website, normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services for your car. And, of course, again, if you happen to want this 360, we just got it all set. It's ready for one of you. Send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. That's it. Do it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff, so you're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.